Question 1. When driving a vehicle over 40 feet in length at speeds over 40 mph, what is the minimum safe following distance? A. 8 seconds. B. 3 seconds. C. 7 seconds. D. 5 seconds. Correct answer, D. 5 seconds. Question 2. If a car coming toward you at night keeps its high beams on, you should A. Flash your high beams back at them repeatedly. B. Focus on the center line of the road. C. Look to the right lane or edge markings of the road. D. Close one eye to reduce the glare. Correct answer, C. Look to the right lane or edge markings of the road. Question 3. If you must stop in the oncoming lane to make your turn, you should A. Assume oncoming traffic will stop for you. B. Complete the turn as quickly as possible without stopping. C. Wait for a large enough gap in traffic before starting your turn. D. Watch for oncoming traffic. Correct answer, C. Wait for a large enough gap in traffic before starting your turn. Question 4. Which is true about driving in a tunnel? A. You should use your high beams inside a tunnel. B. There may be strong winds when exiting. C. It is safer to tailgate in a tunnel to save space. D. You should turn off your headlights to save battery. Correct answer, B. There may be strong winds when exiting. Question 5. When should you use your horn? A. To greet other drivers you know. B. To show your frustration with slow traffic. C. When stopped at a red light for a long time. D. If it helps avoid a crash. Correct answer, D. If it helps avoid a crash. Question 6. According to safety regulations, a crack on a brake drum is considered an out-of-service defect if it is longer than what portion of the friction area's width? A. 2 to 2. B. 1 to 2. C. 3 to 2. D. 4 to 2. Correct answer, B. 1 to 2. Question 7. A hazard is? A. Any vehicle driving slower than the speed limit. B. A police officer parked on the shoulder. C. Any four-way intersection. D. Any road condition or other road user that is a possible danger. Correct answer, D. Any road condition or other road user that is a possible danger. Question 8. You are driving a 40-foot bus at 55 mph on a dry highway. What is the minimum safe following distance you should maintain? A. 3 seconds. B. 4 seconds. C. 5 seconds. D. 6 seconds. Correct answer, C. 5 seconds. Question 9. Which should you not do in an emergency? A. It doesn't matter how you brake in an emergency. B. Communicate your situation to other drivers if possible. C. Steer to avoid a collision if you have a choice. D. Prepare for a potential secondary collision. Correct answer, A. It doesn't matter how you brake in an emergency. Question 10. A car suddenly cuts in front of you, creating a hazard. Which of these actions should you not do? A. Slam on your brakes. B. Take your foot off the accelerator. C. Steer to the right shoulder if it's clear. D. Honk your horn and stay close behind the car. Correct answer, D. Honk your horn and stay close behind the car. Question 11. What should you do when you see a hazard in the roadway ahead? A. Speed up to get past it quickly. B. Use your four-way flashers or brake lights to warn others. C. Swerve into the next lane immediately. D. Focus only on your path and assume others see it too. Correct answer, B. Use your four-way flashers or brake lights to warn others. Question 12. If your brakes fail on a downgrade, you must first A. Try to pump the brakes to build up pressure. B. Shift into a lower gear. C. Look for a safe way off the road. D. Find an escape ramp to exit the roadway. Correct answer, D. Find an escape ramp to exit the roadway. Question 13. You should always turn on your emergency four-way flashers when you A. Park on the side of the road. B. Are driving in heavy rain or fog. C. Are driving slower than the flow of traffic. D. Are backing up. Correct answer, A. Park on the side of the road. Question 14. Should brake adjustment be checked often? A. No, it is set at the factory and rarely needs checking. B. Only if you feel the brakes are not working correctly. C. Yes, because brakes can get out of adjustment when used a lot. D. Only during the annual vehicle inspection. Correct answer, C. Yes, because brakes can get out of adjustment when used a lot. Question 15. Which is true about mirror adjusting? A. Mirrors should be adjusted while you are driving. B. You should adjust mirrors before starting the trip. C. Adjust one mirror at the start and the others as you drive. D. Set the mirrors to show the sides of your vehicle. Correct answer, B. You should adjust mirrors before starting the trip. Question 16. Heavy vehicles often move slower than other traffic. What is not a good rule to follow as a professional driver? A. Stay in the right-hand lane when possible. B. Allow a safe following distance. C. Signal other drivers when it's safe for them to pass you. D. Be aware of drivers who are impatient with your speed. Correct answer, C. Signal other drivers when it's safe for them to pass you. Question 17. Why might tourists be a hazard? A. They are more likely to be driving aggressively. B. They are familiar with the area and may make sudden turns. C. They may move slowly, change lanes unexpectedly or stop. D. They often drive larger vehicles than they are used to. Correct answer, C. They may move slowly, change lanes unexpectedly or stop. Question 18. Turn signals should be used? A. At least 50 feet before a turn or lane change. B. At least 100 feet before a turn or lane change. C. At least 200 feet before a turn or lane change. D. At least 500 feet before a turn or lane change. Correct answer, B. At least 100 feet before a turn or lane change. Question 19. When should you test your parking brake? A. While the vehicle is moving at a slow speed. B. While driving downhill. C. While the vehicle is stopped. D. Only during a pre-trip inspection. Correct answer, C. While the vehicle is stopped. Question 20. When going down a long steep downgrade, you should always A. Use the braking effect of the engine. B. Ride the brakes with light, steady pressure. C. Put the transmission in neutral to save fuel. D. Use your four-way flashers to warn other drivers. Correct answer, A. Use the braking effect of the engine. Question 21. Which item is not part of a brake system check during the walk-around inspection? A. Check hoses and lines for leaks or damage. B. Inspect brake drums or discs for cracks. C. Verify brake linings are not dangerously thin. D. Check headlight high and low beams. Correct answer, D. Check headlight high and low beams. Question 22. When approaching a bridge on a two-lane road, you should A. Speed up to clear the bridge quickly. B. Move to the left side of your lane for better visibility. C. Check the weight limit of the bridge. D. Assume the bridge is safe for all commercial vehicles. Correct answer, C. Check the weight limit of the bridge. Question 23. The most important space to manage is the space to the A. Rear of your vehicle. B. Left of your vehicle. C. Right of your vehicle. D. Front of your vehicle. Correct answer, D. Front of your vehicle. Question 24. What can happen if your brakes get wet while driving in heavy rain? A. They can become overly sensitive and lock up. B. They can cause the engine to stall. C. They can pull to one side or lose stopping power. D. They can make a loud squealing noise. Correct answer, C. They can pull to one side or lose stopping power. Question 25. Which is true about brakes during a pre-trip inspection? A. Brake shoes should not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. B. A small amount of oil on brake shoes is acceptable for lubrication. C. You cannot visually inspect most brake components. D. Brake linings should be at least 1 to 8 inch thick. Correct answer, A. Brake shoes should not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. Question 26. Which is true about using engine brakes? A. Use of engine brakes on a downgrade adds to the braking effect of the service brakes. B. Engine brakes are most effective at low RPM. C. Engine brakes should not be used on wet roads. D. Engine brakes are the same as exhaust brakes. Correct answer, B. Engine brakes are most effective at low RPM. Question 27. Whenever you double your speed, your vehicle's destructive power in a crash increases by how many times? A. 2 times. B. 3 times. C. 4 times. D. 6 times. Correct answer, C. 4 times. Question 28. You should signal continuously while turning because A. It is legally required in all 50 states. B. It helps other drivers anticipate your next move. C. You need both hands on the wheel to turn safely. D. It cancels automatically after the turn. Correct answer, C. You need both hands on the wheel to turn safely. Question 29. Which brake system applies and releases the brakes when the driver uses the brake pedal? A. The parking brake. B. The emergency brake. C. The service brake. D. The auxiliary brake. Correct answer, D. The auxiliary brake. Question 30. What emergency equipment must always be carried on a bus? A. Reflective warning triangles. B. Properly rated fire extinguishers. C. Spare electrical fuses if the bus uses fuses. D. All of the above. Correct answer, D. All of the above.